Well, looks like the rap gods just threw another grenade into hip-hop's royal court, and this one. It's exploding everywhere. Cardi B just canceled her entire tour out of nowhere. And Nicki Minaj, the self-proclaimed queen of rap and reigning internet villain/hero, wasted exactly 0 seconds before hopping on X Spaces like it was a live royal address. The timing, too perfect. The tone, petty excellence. The energy, straight nuclear. Meanwhile, the internet was still trying to process that Cardi canceled her bag when Nicki came online. Like, oh, y'all thought I wasn't gone, say something. And she didn't just talk, she performed. Shade, metaphors, laughter. Tears of villainy it was giving. Shakespeare in pink latex. But while those two powerhouses were out here flipping the timeline upside down, JT and Tyla quietly dropped a collab that was so good it had fans screaming, "Wait, this actually slaps." So while Cardi's Cancellation broke the headlines and Nicki's Live broke the internet, JT and Tyla, they might have just broken the industry. Welcome to the chaos circus, where no crown stays on for long. Every post is a clapback, and every tweet feels like a diss track in disguise. Let's start with the headline that started it all. Cardi B cancels tour. It came out of nowhere. No warning, no PR buildup, no teary video. Just a cold, emotionless Instagram story with a simple caption. Tour postponed indefinitely. Love y'all. Boom, mic drop. Timeline chaos. Fans went ballistic. Postponed indefinitely. That's not a break. That's a breakup. Twitter was instantly flooded with, "Did she run out of money?" Memes, Offset's fault again? Tweets, and that one fan who always says, "This era is cursed." But the rumors didn't stop there. Oh no, because according to insider whispers, and when we say insiders, we mean messy fan pages with Photoshop skills, the real reason Cardi canceled was stress and low ticket sales. Now, if that's true, it's bad. But if it's not true, it's even worse, because that means the internet just invented a scandal from thin air. And everyone's running with it like it's the gospel of hip-hop shade. And then, right on cue, Nicki Minaj entered the chat. You know that meme where the villain turns around in slow motion, smirks, and says, "So, she's gone." Yeah, that's Nicki. Barely an hour after Cardi's announcement, Nicki went live on X Spaces, and the headline practically wrote itself. Nicki Minaj goes live after Cardi cancels tour. Coincidence? Please. Nicki Minaj doesn't do coincidences. She started off calm like a cat that knows it's about to pounce. "So I see things are being postponed," she said, dragging the word like it owed her an apology. That's unfortunate, you know? Some of us can't relate. The room went silent, then erupted. Thousands of barbs flooded the space with pink hearts, laughing emojis, and Motha comments. Within minutes, Nicki's name was trending at #1. Cardi's. #3. It was pure chaos, pure theater, pure Minaj. And while Nicki didn't say Cardi's name, she didn't have to. She used industry talk, a combination of sly smirks, coincidental timing, and quotables, so spicy they might as well be tattoos. Like when she said, "Imagine working this hard just to stop working." Or if the ticket sales ain't ticketing, maybe the bars ain't barring. 'Twas savage. It was shady. It was so Nicki. But what really made the internet implode wasn't her words. It was her tone. Calm/smug and perfectly unbothered. It was the energy of someone who's been waiting months for this moment. And to make matters worse, halfway through her live, she played a snippet of an unreleased song. A track fans swear had lines that fit too perfectly. Who cancel a bag for a tweet? I'm still running laps in my seat. Coincidence? Not in this universe. The blogs went feral. YouTube thumbnails started popping up with Cardi's crying filter and Nicki's laughing face. Twitter turned into a war zone. Barbs versus Barty gang. Fighting in the quote tweets like it was Avengers Civil War. Hip-hop edition, but while the girls were busy throwing lyrical grenades, the internet's attention suddenly shifted because, too, other women had just quietly dropped a bomb of their own. JT and Tyla out of nowhere. They released a collab that fans are calling the prettiest diss track ever. The song wasn't about the Cardi-Nicki beef, but the timing. Flawless. Tyla brought the smooth vocals, JT brought the heat. And together they created something that actually united the fandoms for about 5 minutes. For a brief, beautiful moment. The internet wasn't fighting, they were vibing. But peace in pop culture is like Wi-Fi in the club, temporary, unstable, and about to cut out at any second. Because while everyone was obsessing over the JTX Tyla collab, Nicki's live kept spiraling. Clips started surfacing where she might have thrown shade not just at Cardi, but at multiple people, including the new girls who think trends make them legends. Fans immediately pointed fingers at Ice Spice, Lotto, and even Doja Cat, who had just unfollowed Nicki. A week earlier, you could practically hear the tea boiling, and just when people thought it couldn't get any messier, Cardi jumped back online. No post, no caption, just a single tweet. They always talkin' 'cause I'm the topic. No tags, no context. Just that the internet went into DEFCON 5. Was it about Nicki? Was it a coincidence? Was it a subtweet or a trap? Nobody knew, and that made it worse. Barb's immediately flooded her mentions. You canceled your tour, sis. Go rest. Barty Gang fired back. At least she had a tour. And the battle lines were drawn all over again. Meanwhile, JT and Tyla's collab was thriving. The song hit #1 on Apple Music within hours. Fans were quoting the lyrics on TikTok, and critics were calling it a breath of fresh air amid all this drama. But Nicki, being Nicki, she wasn't letting anyone else trend for long. That night she tweeted, "A collab is cute. A legacy is forever." And boom! Timeline chaos again. People started analyzing every syllable. Was it shade? A coincidence? Was Nicki just playing chess while everyone else was playing Candy Crush? Either way, the internet didn't care. They were addicted. Clips from her live were turned into TikTok soundbites. Imagine working this hard just to stop working became a trending lip sync. Even the barring line turned into a meme, and while the internet was clowning Cardi, fans were genuinely worried. Because according to rumors from tour staff, Cardi didn't cancel just because of sales. Allegedly, there were behind-the-scenes issues with production, scheduling, and even mental burnout. A source close to her reportedly said, "She's been doing too much too fast and needed to breathe." If that's true, it's understandable. But in the world of social media, nuance doesn't trend. Chaos does. So instead of sympathy, Cardi got memes.n. While Nicki was on her throne stirring tea, JT and Tyla were raking in the views. Their song Pretty Pressure, because of course that's the title, was already being hailed as the new summer anthem. It was giving women empowerment, luxury energy, and just enough petty undertones to fit the week's theme. Fans even started comparing the trio. Nicki had the crown, Cardi had the hits, but JT and Tyla just made the moment. For once, the internet was witnessing a generational handoff, and it was messy, glamorous, and so entertaining by the end of the week. The headlines were out of control. Nicki Minaj destroys Cardi B live on X. Cardi B cancels tours amid meltdown. JT and Tyla save female rap with their new collab. The story had evolved from one cancellation into a full cultural event. Even TV networks picked it up. TMZ ran a segment titled Cardi vs. Nicki. Round 99, Entertainment Tonight tried to play peacemaker, but ended up making it worse with the line, "Two icons, one internet." The memes, though? PureGold.1 showed Cardi throwing her microphone mid-show with the caption, "Me canceling my responsibilities." Another had Nicki photoshopped as a queen sipping tea on a throne, labeled "tourless peasants." But the real twist came when Nicki dropped a new freestyle 2 days later, unannounced, untagged, unbothered, and fans swear there was a bar that went, "You cancel tours. I cancel egos. I'm still booked like a legal repo." That's not shade. It's the most poetic coincidence in history. Cardi's fans clapped back by leaking snippets of unreleased music. They claimed she was rebranding, that her next album would end Nicki once and for all. Meanwhile, JT and Tyla just kept winning. Their collab inspired a hashtag Pretty Pressure challenge that had every influencer on TikTok dancing in pink satin pajamas by the end of the week. Their song had racked up over 50 million views, and Tyla's team confirmed they were already planning a remix with a surprise feature. Fans started guessing who Ice Spice, Doja Cat, maybe even Cardi herself. Because here's the truth, as much as the fans love beef, they love unity even more. But let's be honest, this is hip-hop, not High School Musical. Unity is a fantasy. Drama is reality. Still, something about this moment felt like a cultural shift. Nicki was proving she could still dominate the headlines with a single tweet. Cardi was proving that even when she steps back, the world can't stop watching her. And JT and Tyla, they were quietly writing the next chapter of female rap history. Because if this week taught us anything, it's that women in rap don't just drop songs, they drop earthquakes. And baby, the ground's still shaking. And there you have it, the internet's latest soap opera, Nicki Minaj, lighting up X spaces. Cardi B canceling a tour like it's a toxic ex. And JTX Tyla dropping the prettiest power move of the year. It's like watching Game of Thrones, but with better hair, bigger egos, and beats that slap harder than your rent. The way Nicki turned one live session into a global news event. Iconic. The way Cardi went silent but still owned the timeline. Legendary. And the way JT and Tyla managed to rise above the chaos with a record that united fans, even if only for a few days. That's history in motion. But let's not kid ourselves, this story isn't over. You know, there's always a part to brewing. Will Cardi clap back in her next single? Will Nicki drop another diss disguised as a freestyle? Will JT and Tyla bring both queens together on the remix of the century? You already know how this works. The internet never sleeps, and neither does the drama. So go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you VIP tickets. Drop your wildest theories in the comments. And hit subscribe, because here at Secret Scoop, we don't spill tea. We serve it scalding. Stay locked in, stay loud. And remember, in the kingdom of female rap, loyalty changes faster than chart positions. This is Secret Scoop, where fame burns, beef sells, and every queen wears her crown, even in chaos.